I always worry that people are going to like lose track. It's not in their notebook. But, okay, so I did make a giant mistake on here. So let me talk up here first, and then I'll get to the worksheet. So what we did the last 2 days was go from here to here. I gave you a data point. You used normal CDF, and you might have used the X bar, the mu, and the sigma, or you might have used the z-score. Remember those three, the only point of those three is to find that, so you can kind of use whichever. We went from the data point to the percentile. We started a little bit going from percentile back to data point, but we could only do it when it was like 16%, 84%, 97.5%, because those are the ones that were like right on the standard deviations, you know? Well, the calculator does it everywhere else too, we just haven't learned it yet. So, when you have a data point and you want the percentile, it's normal CDF. When you have a percentile and you want the data point, it's inverse norm. So inverse means like you're going backwards, you know. So we're going backwards from the percentile back to the data point. But on the sheet, I screwed up. This negative 999 should not be in the inverse norm one. So please cross that out. And I wrote it correctly on the board, but it's not correct on this worksheet. If you try to type it in like right now, like Matt was trying it already, and it just gives you an error. And make sure you write it as the percent as a decimal. So if it's like 76%, you would put 0.76, for example. So let's do this first one here. If I give you the 76th percentile and ask for the z-score, should the z-score be positive or negative? Positive, because 76% means we're like above the mean somewhere, right? So you go second distribution, it's right below normal CDF. Inverse norm. And again, people are going to be set up differently. I'm going to put 0.76, and then the defaults here are 0 and 1. Some people I know just pop up with the parenthesis. All you got to put in the parentheses is 0.76. So, yeah, if yours sets up like that, so I'm going to do that. You could also, I don't know how to do it on this one. Because mine's just a different, yeah. So you can type that in either way. So if you have like the menu, put the 0 and the 1 there as defaults. If you don't have the menu, you can just do the 0.76. And that's my z-score. My z-score then here is 0.7, and if I wanted to make a slight little sketch of that, z equals 0.7 is over there, and I got 76% of the data on this side. That's the whole lesson. We're going to practice it, but that's like all the new stuff I'm showing you. We're just going to kind of work with it a little bit. So this is like the entire chapter, basically, and it really carries throughout the year. Can you go from a data point to a percentile, and can you go from a percentile to a data point? You know how to do it, you know when to do it, and just going back and forth. And it's just another piece of the puzzle where I can give you some information and make you find all the other stuff. So z equals negative 1.8. I have a z-score. I want a percentile. Is that normal CDF or inverse norm? That's normal CDF. That's what we did yesterday. So normal CDF, negative 999, negative 1.8. I don't know the mean and the standard deviation, so I don't need them because I have a z-score. So default them to 0 and 1. If your calculator is one of those, this is like 3.6%. Just going back and forth. That's the whole game. Can you, when given a small piece of the puzzle, can you fill out the rest of the puzzle? So finish that. Do the next 4 there. So at this point, that empirical rule that you used basically becomes obsolete. It was there, it helped us understand what was going on, but now we know how to do things precisely, so you don't really need it anymore. It can still give you that, like an estimate, but you don't really need that anymore. I think that's the third time we've done that in this class. I learned something and then I was like, okay, forget that, now do this. Just make sure you get what I'm getting. And then your homework, which I'm giving you the rest of class time to do, is the back. What?
So that sounds pretty good.
It's fine. I'll wait. I'll do like the one in the back with you. Just gotta wait. I'll help you get started. The front part okay here? This bottom okay?
Yes.
Alright. I'll do the first one in the back. Then you should be able to hopefully do the rest. So I have the percentile. I want the data point. So I'm going in reverse. That's inverse norm. Now in this one, I can type in inverse norm .88, but I know the mean. I don't have to use like the default mean of standard deviation because that would give me a z-score. That's not going to. I mean, I can do both. But I can also tell the calculator, hey, the mean is 2, the standard deviations, or mean is 10, standard deviation is 2, and it will give me the actual data point. And then I can do it again without the mean and the standard deviation, and it will give me the z-score. So for this one, I did inverse norm 0.88, comma 10, comma 2. This one I just did inverse norm 0.88. Because here I wanted to tell the calculator the mean and the standard deviation so it could give me the data point. Here I was just like, I just want the z-score, so I don't care what the mean and the standard deviation actually are. A large part of this class is, like I've told you before, becoming BFFs with your calculator. So a huge part of the next test is just going to be, I mean, it'll be more story problems than just like a grid like this. But I'll give you one or two of these pieces, and your job is to find everything else, or maybe just one other thing. But it's just giving you, like I've said over and over again, giving you a small piece of the puzzle. Can you complete it? Go backwards, can you go forward? Figure out a way around it to get to all the stuff you need. mine. I'm working on it with you, so go and check it as you go. Feedback. We're pretty much done with the chapter. We have like a couple small details to pick up. But next week you should expect to go through some AP questions, pre-response and multiple choice. There'll be some con. And then, review day, test. You'll have a test pretty soon, probably like Thursday-ish next week. I'll probably assign the con later today, actually. Do you guys have your notifications on? So that when I sign something, you'll know it. And it's not like it's going to be due Monday, but just so, say it's due Wednesday, at least you have a couple of days in advance to work on it over the weekend. So let's just say that. Con's going to be due Wednesday. I haven't assigned it yet, but I will do that today.
I think good in the front end of the energy solution. Yeah, the end, I know it's not. People that sleep, you say great. Oh, I agree with that. The beginning is beautiful. Oh, last year. No, last year for me was like I last like 15 and some more years. I have put that on a page. Here, I'll show you now. See, all I want for 6 guys. What's all? Okay. Explain to us.
Is this easy enough? Yeah. Good. Alright. I don't think any of it's hard by itself. I think it does get hard when